only slightly, completely, totally, and utterly stressed, and not like super, ultra, mega, totally, completely, utterly stressed. Please ignore my delectable collarbone. The shirt is just slightly trying to just put myself out there. And hey, hi, ho, and howdy, everyone. My name is Shannon, and welcome yet again to another episode of Oh Dear God in Heaven, It's RWBY, and Everything is Pain. Anyway, yeah, so we are here for fucking... it's 1540. I guess it's not as bad, but also I'm still upset. Anyway, we are here for yet again another episode of RWBY Volume 9. This time it is Volume 9, Episode 9. That's right. That's so many fucking nines. And also, it's the fucking second last episode, and that is Extraordinary Pain. Arguably not quite as much pain as the previous episode, but I haven't seen it yet. And as the time recording it, I bet you haven't either. Anyway, yeah, so I'm not gonna talk too terribly much more, I think, about my expectations going in here, because I think I more or less got most of it out in both the discussion and the extra discussion video I made on Neo. Really quickly, as always, because this year is fucking crazy and completely unusual in a very, very kind of nice way. Thank you, everyone, for the support. It's insane. Like, it's genuinely been utterly crazy across the board, like, both with the reactions and, hell, even the extra discussion video I've made. Those kinds of videos usually get, like, 20 people who watch them, and, like, half of them even think they're okay and like them. There was significantly more than that this time, and everyone was really nice, and we had a lot of fun talking, even if I was in pain through most of it, but it's okay. Yeah, so thank you. And again, then there's the reaction itself, which is, once again, like the Bees episode, the biggest thing on the channel it's ever been in the time that it's been, you know? So thank you to everyone there. Thank you to everyone who's been, like, cool and interacting with me on Twitter. Thank you to the new folks we've gotten in the Discord. Just thank you to everyone. Like, seriously, it's fucking RWBY. Again, this channel doesn't exist without this show, as well as a whole lot of the good things in my life. So thank you for letting me share in the love of it with you all. Anyway, I think the only thing I really will kind of talk about here really quickly is, obviously, I'm expecting a decent amount of RWBY in this. Not the show itself, but RWBY the character. I mean, the show, you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm expecting a fair bit of us dealing with her ascension, or her not, whatever her going to the tree entails, you know? Again, I am leaning one of two ways. I think they're both... They both do kind of a similar thing, but in completely different directions, and that is either I think she's going to kind of have to confront this idealized picture of Summer Rose that she has in her head, that she's kind of based so much of her life and self on. This kind of, again, I always kind of use the term the plagiarized identity she's kind of taken up from her mom. And again, it sounds like a really awful thing when I say it like that, but I think most of you get actually what I mean. Is like, again, so much of who she is based on emulating her mom. So I think she's either going to kind of have to confront that and deal with it and realize, yes, the world isn't a fairy tale. This glamorized version of your mom that existed, and the thing you looked up to and everything, like, life's a bit more complicated than that, but that doesn't mean you have to throw it away, or you have to fall apart, or you have to do things like that. That doesn't mean you're wrong for trying. It doesn't mean that you're the villain. It doesn't mean any of that stuff. Alternatively, I think she potentially even leans kind of more into it, and she, again, kind of just finds her resolve in you know, why she's done it all in the first place anyway, and you know what it means to be Huntress and all of that. And obviously I talked a lot about saving Neo and how that fits into that idea and stuff. So I won't talk too much about the Neo stuff. I don't even know if we'll see Neo and that fucking cat in this episode, but again, I've made it fairly clear that that's the way I both hope and kind of expect that situation to go. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if Summer made an appearance here. Not necessarily her herself, because I'm very much in the camp of she's currently a horrible, broken, sad, terrifying goo monster back on Remnant. But I would be genuinely shocked if she doesn't have to deal with that, again, that image of her, whether it's a vision or a dream or, you know, a memory, whatever the hell. So I think that's all possible. Obviously, again, I've also been in the Little as Alice camp for a long... Or Alex. The point is the same, you get it. Little as Alex camp for a good minute now. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was a thing at all. So I think the episode is called like a tale about a tree or some shit like that. Let me double check. A tale involving a tree. So I'm suspecting we're gonna get some tree shit, which seemed pretty obvious. Anyway, it's kind of painfully short, but we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. I sincerely hope the finale is 8 hours long. Anyway, that's probably I'm gonna guess not, but you know, a man can dream. I think we're gonna go ahead and do this. Hopefully I don't look either like a total ghost or like I'm deep fried. Tried to fix my white balance earlier, and it was not having my shit apparently. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do it. Thank you again, everyone, for the support. Also, Jeff, I don't think you'll watch this because you're gonna watch the episode with me a little after this, but thank you for letting me torture you. We watched the episode the day before yesterday. Yeah. He did not take that shit well. And I think he long since got tired of my constant simpery for Neo after the shit she did. But hey, we got through it in the end. Maybe this will be wonderful and fun and joyous. It won't. But a man's can dream. We're okay. We're gonna go ahead and do this. I hope you all are ready. In 3, 2, 1. God, I hate how close we are to the end of this. There hasn't been a ton of RWBY trying to scare the shit out of us this week for this episode, but there has been a lot of love for it. That in the finale. I know Barb was like saying the finale in particular is like one of her top 5 of all time and stuff, so I'm definitely looking forward to all stuff like that. Also, I'm intrigued what Casey meant by existential lo-fi. I'm looking forward to it. Also, Yofi forever broke my brain, so I always read lo-fi as Yofi now. So, thank you, lovely alien painter lady. Anyway, I hope everyone's okay. I just noticed there's no terrible warning about, hey, this is going to be really heavily into suicide talk. So that's there. I hope everyone's doing okay. Be careful with reactions. Again, this will be about a day late to say that now, but yeah, be careful with reactions. Take care of yourselves. Know that you guys are loved. That I fucking appreciate you. They didn't actually show the people in the shadow, did they? I actually wasn't paying attention, but I don't think they did. Sheer tea party of fucking pain. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay. And thank you, Crunchyroll, for not putting a fucking spoiler in the title, or thumbnail this time. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, we're almost 2 minutes in already.
A door opened for Alex at the tree.
Oh, there's the voice.
Before she went back home. The girl had a great many questions to ponder.
Who does it belong to?
After all the lessons she'd learned, and the friends she'd made and lost, who had she become? Would she still be the same Alex when she went back home? The leaves of the tree rustled, and on the wind, Alex heard one more question.
I guess that answers my fucking question.
Are you?
God damn it! Summer shit fucks with me so bad.
Understand.
Mom stuff, you know.
Alex, the pleasers, now Ruby. What does this place want?
Oh my god.
I don't understand.
Also, I need to know who the fuck is voicing Summer.
What did I do wrong?
We can
Didn't
figure
do anything
this
wrong,
out.
man.
There's
Keep your
got
fucking
to
head
be a
up.
way to get to the tree.
Hello there. You appear upset. Would you be so kind as to tell me how I can help?
Oh, it's one of the
Perhaps
ascended.
you are hungry?
No, they're made out of crystal
No,
instead
that's okay.
of paper.
If I can get you anything else, please don't hesitate to ask. That's what I'm here for.
I wonder if that's
What are you?
the.
We are the genial gems, and we have arrived here to clean up this beautiful land and create something wonderful and pleasing.
I think this is something he definitely really needs to see.
This is them, isn't it? They're back. It's just like they said.
I'm starting to see what you meant,
Making that
Casey.
tree better.
No flood or fire will ever hurt them again.
By trying so hard to save them, I stopped them from becoming what they needed to be. I was being selfish because I
Hey man,
wanted the rush of rescuing someone.
you have been through some
and I
shit.
got that here.
I think you're asking.
You just
too much
want to
of
do the
yourself.
right thing. Yeah.
We've been telling ourselves that failing means we're no good. But I can guarantee even the best huntsman in history
Yeah,
were
man.
lost. But they were still incredibly brave. And good.
You can't win them all, but that doesn't mean the wins you do get don't matter. Oh, fuck, you two. Oh, the whole squad. Fuck. We're missing one.
Maybe that cat was right. Maybe
No, we still gotta kill that
I just
fucking
need
cat.
to accept it. It's not a place you go.
Oh, is the tree just gonna... Yeah, the tree's just gonna fucking grab him because that's what it needed to hear.
It's a place you know.
Fucking Herb.
Ruby? We have to get her out.
I think I get it. This is how we got here, or why the tree brought us here. The acceptance.
We've done everything we can. Now it's up to Ruby. Whatever happens next, we have to welcome that.
Yeah.
But what if she isn't Ruby anymore when she comes back out?
You gotta have faith in her, man. It's your fucking sister, you know. Damn, Herb looking spiffy. Shit!
Maybe that's not for us to decide.
Yeah. I don't know, it's scary. You gotta believe in her. And again, where's Little, too? How are you doing, friend? I get the vibe of friend.
I didn't expect you here just yet.
I wasn't expecting to be here.
Are
Yeah.
you the tree?
We've been through some shit.
You could say that. But that is a simplistic understanding of the tree and what it does.
Fuck, you're tall, aren't you?
To me. Am I gonna die?
The only thing that can happen to you here is what you want to happen. The choice of what you become and where you end up is yours to make. You don't know what you want, do you?
What's that?
Please be a good sound and not... Oh shit, is that
What's that?
another door like the
Way
vaults?
home.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's going on.
Oh, good! You made it!
Alright, fucker, calm
I guess
down.
your
Also,
little plan to get out of here isn't working.
could you just leave my girl the fuck alone?
Of the bunch.
So Neo can't go through the door.
No,
I think she
she has no attachments to your world. Nothing to return to.
needs to
She's
ascend too, I
failed
think.
me, just like Alex did.
And again, maybe
Like
kind of return to
Alex?
trivia.
That cowardly, wretched girl whose story you've been foolishly following all along. The same girl that I followed too. Because she promised me she would bring me back to Remnant with her. When in truth, she had no intention of taking me. No,
This little
after
fucker is such a
talking to
fucking
her,
theater kid.
She had a sudden crisis of conscience. Decided she wanted to fix everything she'd broken in the ever after, including poor Jean. And so Louis went. And at the
Yeah.
very last moment, Alex didn't.
What did you do to her?
What anyone would do with a broken, useless thing. You didn't. You monster! She's still here. Yes! All my work. It's not lost! Deep down, she wants nothing more than to return to Remnant and play hero. I just need to cut her out, and she will take me there.
I hate so
Whatever
much of
happens to
this.
Ruby is up to her, not you or anyone else.
Then I'll put you in the ground.
Please fuck this dude up. I'm so tired of their shit.
Souls that are moving on to, and what will they become next?
And again, please save Neo. She really needs it right now.
Be like,
Such
She
concern
needs
for
friends.
souls you don't know. Or is it for yourself?
there's no way we're letting you get to Ruby!
But don't you see? What comes out of that tree might not even be your sister any longer.
I wanted to be the hero, like the
the stories that my mom read to me. I just wanted to do the right thing, but every step of the way, it's like there is no right thing. I've tried so hard, and I may have just done more harm than good. I don't understand who I need to be, because who I am right now, she's not cutting it.
What if you could be anyone?
This whole time, I thought Alex made it back home and lied about everything that happened here. But you were the one who killed, who lied!
You were never a brave knight either. Just more fairy tale nonsense.
Fucking... Jesus Christ, Sean, be careful. Fucking hell, be careful. I am really worried about that boy.
Who did this belong to?
It's not about who did, but who could. Can you feel the woman who might hold it? The weight of who she is. She could be you. You could put any one of them on and leave Ruby Rose behind.
It's all so heavy. It's the only thing I can feel anymore. And it never, ever goes away. The feeling of not being enough.
And how would you measure enough?
Before she went back home,
Mom.
the girl had a great many questions to ponder. What are you?
God damn it. Don't end like that. I'm fucking... That's nowhere near the fucking what I need to deal with. God damn it. Fucking... A whole entire... Oh my god, look at her. I don't even know what I can say for this fucking episode because it's such a fucking one half of an episode. Damn you, RWBY, you bastards. Oh, my fucking wife, my queen, my everything. I knew that little motherfucker was gonna weaponize Penny and Pyrrha and stuff against them. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna quickly start up the next bit, but I legit don't know too much of what I can say because, again, so much of what we were talking about just isn't resolved yet. Like, we have to deal, with it here in the next episode. So I genuinely don't know if I can add much discussion at all. Just a second, though. Okay. Holy fuck. We didn't even get a ton with Summer, but just fucking hearing her, knowing that was her voice. I didn't fucking see the VA work. Who the fuck is voicing Summer? I also love that we finally... Yeah, no, that's totally her fucking weapon. Oh, right, Morgan Lowry. We learned this. We learned this at some point. Jesus Christ. What is Morgan... I feel like I looked this up at one point. Morgan... I assume that's Morgan Lowry? Is that how you pronounce that? Lauer? Is it Morgan? Is Morgan Lauer Garrett? Is this the same person? Usually if we had that extra bit of name, my brain would assume that's more of a later thing. I am guessing that's who it is. Please forgive me if I'm fucking that up. I will look into it in greater detail here later. But assuming this is the right Morgan. Devil's part-timer. Oh, she's Nadeshko in fucking Laidback Camp? The dub? I haven't heard the dub yet. I've only watched the sub. I still need to watch season 2. But that's awesome. 86. Fucking Kaguya. Oh, she's Sonya in Masters? Oh! Wait. Again, assuming this isn't a random different Morgan Lowry, that's fucking Yuko from Nichijou. Okay. My fucking girl failure, my icon, my dumb idiot supreme, my fucking thundering dipshit. I fucking love Yuko's incompetent ass. Just human train wreck. Putting even Cinder to shame. Again, assuming I really hope it's the right person I'm thinking of. But if so, that's awesome because again, I love Yuko. She's the fucking worst, and she's also arguably like my favorite. This is also just a casual reminder. You should totally watch the dub for Nichijou because it's 1,000 times better than you think it is. It's fucking fantastic. There's definitely a bunch of other Wait, she's Ray? She's fucking Ray Wrights? What the fuck? At least in the animation, I don't remember if it's the same in the games, but fucking she's goddamn Ray Wrights. What the fuck? I haven't watched Is This a Zombie in a bajillion years, so I don't fucking remember. Seraphim? Do I remember? I never finished it. Okay. Again, assuming I'm not fucking that up. That's awesome. If that's fucking Yuko and Ray Wrights. That's awesome. Anyway, fuck. I'm sorry I got distracted. You guys know me. I'm a voice actor. I like voice actor stuff. Paula was the genial gem. The thing I was asking earlier is I was wondering if that genial gem in particular was maybe like the RWBY paper pleaser. But that was just because they have the same color. Also, Kimlin's, again, fucking fantastic as the blacksmith. I'm really enjoying that character. Again, I feel probably never going to see her again after this fucking next episode, but I think she's really interesting. I really love... Number one, holy fuck, we needed this kind of improvement in, like, tone. Like, again, it's still fucked up. This little cat bastard is still running around being a piece of shit in my wife's body and being a little freak. I just hate them. Robbie, you're amazing. Also, I do feel personally targeted by Robbie because I feel personally targeted for personally targeting him. Because on Twitter, I was like... He did his little thing where he just did the cat and the little devil thing on it. He's knowing he's being a fucking demon. And I'm like, I'll never trust another character of yours again. And at least a few other people were on board with that. And then like, a couple of days later, he posts a tweet, like, directly quoting that. And I'm like, surely I'm not the only one who said that. And then I kept looking through the replies, like, oh, fuck, I'm the only one who said that. I feel personally... Robbie, I love you. You're amazing. You bastard. So I'm going to hold that as a victory and or fail, I guess. Oh, fuck. it is amazing how much just seeing Summer fucking wrecked me. Just knowing that was her voice. Because again, that was the biggest thing we've been wondering for a long time is whether Morgan was voicing, like whether that voice, this is the story of a girl with a lot of problems, was going to be Summer or was going to be Alex. I feel like those were the only two it was going to be likely to be. But it's Summer and I'm all fucked up now. Who is the voice of the silver-eyed warrior lady in the fairy tale episode? Wait a minute. I actually want to look at that real quick. I'm gonna mute that real quick. I genuinely don't remember. Let me see. Fucking RWBY fairy tales. Remnant, or just RWBY fairy tales, I guess the name of the show. Oh, I'm all fucked up. Yeah, in Warrior in the Woods, who voiced again the quote unquote Summer stand-in kind of, because again Ty kind of like is telling the story through as though he was kind of like filling in that role in the story. Like it's why it's different in the fucking book, like because it's like a dark-skinned girl, I believe, in also most watched. Yeah, most replayed. No shit that would be the part. But I want to see, does it say on this episode? No, that's Hannah McCarthy. Okay, I wanted to see if that make sure that wasn't the same. Okay, Hannah McCarthy. Okay. Anyway, point is, what I do know is she fucked me up and she was on screen for about 7 seconds. Anyway, but it's like genuinely really fucking cool to see. Like, again, I'm literally paused on the screen with her concept art. Like, it's really fucking cool getting to see her in all of her glory, as it were, being Supermom, just telling stories to the kids. Also, I didn't even really register Baby Ruby and fucking Yang. Jesus Christ. And again, yeah, full on 100%. That is 1,000% her weapon. Also, I really fucking hope this stuff with Yang in this episode can get people to shut the fuck up about her being a bad sis. I'm so tired of you dumb motherfuckers. You just say you hate gay people. You fucking loser. I'm so tired. I'm sorry. It's been an upsetting weekend or two. Well, it's been an upsetting decade of watching this show and listening to idiots. But just that's been getting on my nerves a lot recently. And it's just fucking infuriating. As an older brother, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a shithead. Leave the girl the fuck alone. She's been constantly trying to help RWBY. RWBY, I love her, but she's been a pain in the ass who refuses to let people do that. That's kind of the whole point of what Weiss has to say in this part, is like, we can't do anything right now. She has to figure this out, because if she can't do it, like, we can't help her. We cannot help someone who will not allow us to help them. And RWBY would not allow anyone to help her. That's the problem. That's the thing that she really needs to learn, is that she is not alone, and she is carrying this burden with everyone else. Ozpin, I love you, brother, but you kind of fucked with that girl's head back in Beacon. Like, again, it is a badge and a burden to be a leader, but it's not the only like, she needed to know, you needed to add in, like, hey, by the way, I know I'm saying all this shit that's gonna irreversibly fuck your life up here at some point way down the line, 2 years or so, to the point where you're just gonna, do terrible things for your own existence. But like, you need to understand that you're a fucking team. Like, these are your friends, these are your allies. Like, you're not gonna be able to win them all, but you're going to. Again, it's just the thing that hurts so much is like. The team has had so many wins. Like, they've done so many good things that have just dramatically improved life for people on Remnant. across the board, whether in small ways and big ways, and they have saved so many fucking lives, and it's so hard for them to sometimes pay attention to that fact because those losses that they do have are so goddamn personal and they hurt so fucking much. And again, I'm not gonna argue, I'm not gonna fucking yell about annoying people who are dumb too much, but just it's something that there are people out in the world watch the show or just literally don't watch the show but just run their fucking mouth anyway. My hatred is so much respect for certain people was lost this fucking past week. Just like I'm done. Like they don't deserve my fucking time. If this is how you treat this, then I don't fucking, what a loser. Losers, I should say. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't like being negative, and it's been a very long week. Yeah, no, like it's hard, I think, sometimes for people to notice the good when you get hit with the bad. There was something just else this morning about in the VTuber sphere, so it's a little outside of it, but someone was getting a lot of shit for trying to, take care of themselves and their lives and stuff like that. Like, again, I disappeared for like 2 years. Okay, like sometimes you need to take a break for yourself. Another one of my reactor friends fucking needs I just saw earlier today and was just talking to him about it, like, hey, heads up, by the way, I literally fucking have the notifications that probably responded to me. Yep, thank you, man. You take care of yourself. You're not gonna watch this, but take care of yourself. Yeah, no, like literally, like it's so easy to let the bad get a hold of you, even when there's swaths and swaths and swaths of good. It's the natural human thing to focus on that bad and to let it kind of eat you up inside. And it sucks. It really sucks. And it really sucks to see that, again, with RWBY, because we've spent so much of the show, even knowing a lot of it is kind of a mask, even knowing all that, like, we've spent so much of this show falling in love with this adorable little being who just sits around, eats cookies, and saves the day, man. Like, it's... Like, a lot of people sometimes forget that these characters are constantly growing and changing, and they're like, fucking da-da-da, like, I can't believe Yang doesn't get mad because people touch her hair anymore, or, like, whatever happened to RWBY liking weapons and stuff. Like, well, they grew up. They became more than the most one-dimensional cutout physically fucking possible. And it hurts. Like, it's a lot, but, like... I still do yearn for those fun memories and those positives. Also, I can't remember who it was on Twitter. I think it was Simon. I think so. Had mentioned the idea that the blacksmith specifically, the reason she shows up as the blacksmith is like, that's the tree, obviously, which we've kind of gotten, is like, even, it's like, are you the tree? And she's even like, well, kind of. I mean, yeah, a little bit. It's all in how you look at it, I guess. A little more complicated than that, but like she even kind of says that, and the idea that the blacksmith is something specifically, the tree is specifically reaching out to RWBY through that medium, as it were. Like, the blacksmith wouldn't necessarily show up to, say, Weiss, or to Blake, or Yang, or Jean. At least in theory, again, assuming. I like this idea, at least, that the blacksmith is just the specific tool that the tree decided, this is how I should approach RWBY, because RWBY loves weapons and is a warrior and a huntress and does all this stuff, and it's why it's using weapons as this kind of, again, medium to reach out to RWBY and let her decide who she wants to be and what she is and the like, which I really, really like the idea of. Obviously, the only kind of thing against it, I think, is because Little was, again, there at the same time as RWBY, and Little very clearly seemed to also, like, at least be communicating with the blacksmith. That being said, we didn't necessarily see it through Little's perspective, so as far as Little could be concerned, could literally have been talking to a different person, just saying the same words. Because while the visual medium and the world around them and stuff is, like, very tuned to RWBY specifically, again with the weapons and this blacksmith character, like the words aren't necessarily specific, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's an idea that I saw this past week, and I thought it was actually really interesting. Not necessarily confirmed either way or the other, but I think it's an interesting idea. Again, the one thing about it is, you know, whether it necessarily works out based on Little and stuff, which also we didn't see Little at all this episode. Also, again, the cat has made it pretty clear it fucking murked the shit out of Alex, so that's great. I love that she learned. Wasn't kidding. I'd say so. She learned her lesson, right? I'd say so. Fucking bitch. It's what I assume they mumbled to themselves after that. Oh, he's such a dick. They're such a little dick. I love that Robbie is at least just having clearly all of the fun in the world, just chewing the fuck out of the scenery, though. He's having a good time, and I appreciate it. Even if I feel, again, called out. Fool me once, Robbie. Fool me twice. I do count Hubert, even though... I mean, technically, I could have sided with Hubert. I just didn't, because... Ray is my wife. Leave me alone. Anyway, so point is, I'm so glad that I can come at this episode with a more, with less of a weight on my shoulders. Again, I was crying my ass off earlier, but with less of a weight on my shoulders. Like, it's not just a feeling of total existential dread. Like, don't get me wrong, Ruby's going through this, but this is, again, what Ruby needs to deal with. She is making progress towards actually making the changes she needs for herself. Whether, again, that's literally making changes for herself into becoming kind of another person, or whether it just means she needs to really get her resolve here. Again, it's a scary thing, the idea of her changing potentially fairly dramatically, whether that's in the absolute worst case scenario, like losing her memories and stuff. There's other things with, like, visual changes. I've talked about that before. Like, that's a very scary thing, especially from, like, a branding perspective. Like, again, not to take it out of the world, but we live in a fucking hyper-capitalist nightmare. Eat the rich. Anyway, point is, and so, like, when the idea of having to make that change, like, that's a potentially kind of really scary idea for RWBY to have to do. But I think from an artistic standpoint, it's fucking amazing. Like, it's a genuinely inspiring fucking move if they do manage to go that way. But I don't know, just like, I don't know. I am scared. I'm definitely worried, but it is nice to come out of this feeling slightly less like I'm dying. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Jean did just get blasted off the fucking tree by Weiss, which is not great. Also, the cat's the fucking worst. Also, it's very upsetting seeing all that happen in Neo's body. Though, again, I will say this, the way they're building it up, like, obviously, the way it's even been kind of said there is, like, the cat can't, like, literally cannot use Neo to get back. Neo cannot go back unless she has something to hold on to. She has something to latch onto. Which means my hope is that's what happens. Obviously, the fucking cat. I'm so sorry, guys. But I sincerely hope we either beat the fucking cat out, or it makes the choice to dive out, and from there Neo can kind of maybe, whether kind of maybe even having her own conversation with the tree. And again, there's been lots of different ideas of how that can go. Because again, really, the thing she fucking needs is friends. Like, that's all she's ever needed. As a fucking kid, that's all she's ever wanted to have. And then the one time she got it was this fucking dipshit Roman. But it was the only thing she had. It was the only person who treated her like a normal fucking person. And it just led her further and further down a path that otherwise she could have maybe crawl out of, especially if her parents weren't shitheads and like, I don't know, send her to Beacon. You could have sent her to Beacon. Like, but you know, you had to send her to the creepy weird lady who's all like, let's make all the women crazy weird murder lady. Like, it's just it was weird. It's a great book. You should read it. But God, I hate Jimmy and Carmel. Anyway, I've watched that episode a lot again, and so much of it hurts, and I cry it more and more every time. But I will say, Roman's little at Jimmy's feet when he comes out of the painting is great. It's really great. It's like, fuck you, Jimmy. Anyway, again, I really want to see that happen. And the only thing is, like, it's just like the last episode has to be decently long, right? That was so fucking short. And again, it very much feels like a part 1 of 2. But Jesus Christ. Yeah, get the fucking cat out of my wife's body. Let's be friends. Let's be friends. Let's accept. I also like that this is stuff that keeps getting kind of... I'm really glad that, like, Jean has kind of found his spot, and, like, again, they're having this talk about acceptance. I think that's really important, just in general, especially for themselves, but, like, also on the Neo front, stuff like that. Like, he really needed to see the genial gems. He really needed to see, like, yeah, no, like, again, don't get me wrong, you were trying to do the right thing. It's just the right thing was to let people grow. Character growth, you fucking morons. It's a thing. It's not character assassination, you absolute imps. I'm sorry. It's been a weird week. I hate human beings. Anyway, Have I said enough how much I appreciate you guys being wonderful and amazing and supportive and beautiful in my comments? I've had to mute one person in the comments. That's it. Literally one. That feels fucking nice. Because you'd think with all the people coming in, like, more freaks would come in, but no, it's been really good. So thank you for being amazing and wonderful and beautiful and sexy. Oh my goodness. There's nothing I find more attractive in an individual than not being a fucking annoying dipshit on the internet. Anyway, that is so hot. Anyway, thank you. It's weird to say that I feel good. And again, I mentioned this at the end of the last episode too, is like, for all of the pain, I felt optimistic leaving it. And don't get me wrong, there's still things that make me afraid. It is entirely fucking possible Neo dies. That we just don't get her back. That she never comes back. And that sucks because, again, she's my favorite villain. She is, again, my second or third favorite character in the show. I don't know. Again, Penny is way the fuck up there, but also, again, Neo's been growing on me more and more and more over time, so it's very kind of close between those two. And I think there's really important, valuable, compelling stuff to be done with that character, both for the heroes and for her. But I don't know. I'm still kind of terrified about Jean. I really appreciate how much he's managed to grow and accept and understand in this episode, and it's been really fucking needed. Straight up out here dropping fucking after school special PSA fucking monologues and shit. It's not about this and this and this, but it was really about this the whole time. I thought it was really cute. I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe not the most natural dialogue in the world, but it made me smile. Like, yeah, bud, you're getting it. That's my boy Jean right there. Sorry, it made me happy. This fucking cat is such a theater kid. Again, I was saying that, like, don't get me wrong, Neo is a theater kid. She's just fucking like, she's just having the time of her life being a goddamn demon. But this little shithead is just like fucking, my monologue, like they're just a little fucking dickhead. I am really enjoying them as much as I despise them. And again, I again, I don't know if it gets out or not. I think, like, it makes a lot of sense if it does. I don't know how, though. Because, again, it at least as of right now can't get out with Neo. And in theory, wouldn't even be able to get out with Neo if she stayed around and somehow became attached to something. But I feel like the cat has to be out of her for her to become attached to, like, maybe the team. And they kind of show her that they're, like, Roman was not the only person in the fucking world. But even then, like, yeah. And in theory, hopefully, we would get her the fuck out of there in that case. And it's certainly not getting out with fucking Ruby. Ruby's gonna come through like an absolute goddamn icon and show him how it's done. But I don't know. I really don't. Yeah, I don't know how it would get out either way. But it's a thing. Other things that we did learn, though, straight up, Lewis was the one who got out. Lewis was the one who wrote the book. Makes sense. It's fucking Lewis Carroll. I was right. Woo! Nailed it! My assumption is then, if the cat killed Alex, Alex is absolutely, without fucking question, Little. There's no universe where Alex and Little are not the same person. Little is literally just an ascended Alex after the cat killed her. Absolutely. Without fucking question. No doubt. There's no... Like, oh, Alice's last name was Liddell. Like, yeah, sure. But also, like, there's no fucking way after all of that. If Alex and Little are not the same thing at the end of this finale... Well, I guess I'm going to look like an idiot. But yeah, there's no way. So that's all a thing. Again, hopefully, again, I'm weirdly feeling a lot safer about Jean since he managed to kind of find his acceptance in his moment. That being said, that also might mean he might do something, I don't know, to save Neo or to save any of the gang or something like that. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Don't know if fucking Jean might need to have a fucking chat with the tree or something too, like maybe whether that would revert him as well. Again, I keep the go-to for a lot of these keeps being like, well, kind of reverting to another state, like for Jean reverting more to his younger self, or Trivia but Neo reverting to Trivia, or, you know, Ruby kind of regaining her old self and stuff like that. So I don't. Again, it's about being the person you want to be. So I don't know, but. Yeah, I don't know. But obviously that fear is very much there. 3 cheers for Herb. Motherfuckers out here with legs. Shoutouts, brother man. Man did not skip leg day anymore. So, you know, shoutouts. I hope he's doing well. I'll have to go fuck around in the woods again. Yeah, I don't know. I genuinely, I don't know. I also potentially think, again, on that same Neo front, assuming she's not, again, completely fucking brain broken when the cat jumps out of her, as I assume it's going to, again, try to do, because it wants to get to Ruby. Like, in theory, again, as long as her head's put back together and she can fucking kind of recover... In theory, she can still make a fuck ton of Jabberwockers and eat this motherfucker. That's entirely possible. Again, a lot of my stuff really depends on whether or not we save Neo, so I don't know. I'm either gonna look really fucking vindicated or like a fucking moron when this is over. Anyway. Lindsay, you fucking... absolutely obliterated the performance as Ruby talking to the blacksmith again. Kimlin's great. Fucking Morgan having an actual voice for Summer fucked my entire existence up. I really, really liked I really like Weiss just, you know, being a fucking smart bean. I love her. She's a dingus, but she's a shockingly well put together, emotionally stable dingus sometimes. Like, the amount of time she really is the kind of like emotional core of the fucking group. She kind of always has been, right? Like, again, you think back to things like Alone Together and stuff like that. She's kind of always felt like she's kind of carried that role, which is interesting because you kind of think that of Yang more often, but I mean, not really. And I say that completely with love for Yang, but obviously considering the things I was screaming about earlier. But Weiss has kind of always been like that, the little heart of the group in a weird way, which is again funny for the fucking Ice Queen. But yeah, I don't know. I just know I hate that cat. Anyway, I just weirdly feel like I can breathe easier now. I'm still scared again about things, but I am optimistic, which means it's gonna hurt so much more when sad things happen. I'm still fully expecting us to get back to Vacuo or whatever the fuck and be like, oh, hey, everybody, and then it's been like 8 years or something. I'm fucking just like, Oscar's already merged with Oz, and fucking everyone in Vacuo's dead. Team Coffee's like burned at the stake on the wood. Like, just fucking horrible things. I'm expecting the worst, but I want to believe that's not the case. The only other thing is, where does the door lead? I mean, it leads back to Remnant, presumably. It looks very much kind of like the door is, again, similar to the vaults, or similar to... I guess, again, similar to the vaults in, like, kind of design, being a big fucking door, rather than, like, the portals. But kind of the same thing. Just one you can see through and the other you can. We can't see through this one, so I guess it's more like the fucking portals. But I don't know. I'm going to be curious to see. Slightly concerned. Maybe fucking Domain of Light? Oh, goddamn no. We just end up in the middle of fucking Lake Matsu again, or whatever the fucking being like, what the fuck are we doing here? There's the bees again. No, the other bees. The mean ones that we don't like. Fuck. Okay. I think I'm gonna end it. I think I'm gonna end the video there. I ended up talking more than I thought I was going to be able to, considering I thought I couldn't say anything. I loved it. This was fucking way too goddamn short, though, RWBY. The season's 10 episodes. You can't give us a fucking 12-minute long episode. What are you doing? You've hurt me. But again, I just hope that means the finale is like 40 minutes. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give it some love. Reminder, as always, we have a Discord. You can hop in there. We've recently got some more people. As long as you follow the rules, like, you're totally cool there. Even if it fucks with my social anxiety, having new people, and I'm like, fuck. Please listen to the rules. Please help. It was like, I have very bad social anxiety. But there's that. Patreon, again, for anyone who wants to take advantage of it. Obviously, again, never feel like you have to. It's not really going to help you in regards to RWBY at all, but it's there for other things. Again, we're watching things like Gundam the Witch from Mercury, Aquatope on White Sand, Bocchi the Rock. I'm just about to wrap up Snafu Season 2. I still don't know if I want to roll into Season 3 yet, but I feel like it's a bad idea, but I kind of really want to because I'm really enjoying it. But again, last time I tried that, life imploded on me, so I never finished. Fuck, what else are we doing? Just put out the last cleanup episode of K-On! I still have to do the movie. Nana Biori episode's coming out here this coming week. The Konosuba movie is going to be almost immediately behind that. I was originally going to save it for the next Friday, but I'm putting it out on the next Monday because it's exactly 3 years since the last episode we watched, to the day. So there's that. And then, again, we'll have new shows coming up here very soon, obviously with RWBY ending. Oshinoko just started, and I've heard it's the fucking greatest thing ever made. So I'm going to try it. I'm slightly spoiled on it, but not spoiled in any way more than like, hey, I need to be spoiled on this, otherwise you're not going to let me watch the show, or I'm not going to watch the show because I can't trust it. So I am aware of one thing, but other than that, I am spoiler free, and hopefully I will get around to it here soon. And along with that, and then like Horse Recoil and fucking Spy Family are going to be shortly behind that, again, depending on how the snafu and Friday and not the movie, the time and like stuff goes. But anyway, that's all stuff. Yeah. Also, you'll notice I haven't put out any chibi episodes or anything like that for a sec. I haven't even recorded anymore. Like I straight refused to watch another chibi episode last week. I'm like, nah, fuck you. I can't. Nope. I am not in the position to do that. So anyway, I'm probably gonna save more of those for I'm gonna dump them all towards the end later. So we'll do that. But I'm just not worrying about it at the moment. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I think I need to end this. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, give it some love. I will see you all again soon. Next week is the finale. I'm in extraordinary pain. Thank you so much for fucking supporting me. Again, it's disgusting what you guys... It is unreasonable. It's crazy. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you so much for supporting, not just me in general, but supporting for the thing that I love more than anything else. Thank you. I've talked about it a little bit again, but like, I have been with this show since it started. I was there when the trailer first dropped for the Red trailer. Like I watched it when it happened. I was watching Red vs. Blue, and then holy fuck, what is this? Like I was there, and like I spent a lot of time in the background in the community on like Reddit back in the day, and then I didn't become ingrained in like reactions or anything on that until way later, and I only started doing like reviews and stuff in Volume 4 and 5, and I fucked that completely. And yeah, like I didn't start getting into reaction stuff till Volume 6, and there was a genuine part of me, and I'm gonna fucking cry, but like there was a genuine part of me that I just kind of assumed like that was it, like it was never gonna happen. Like I fucked it. I got in late. I didn't try hard enough. I'm never gonna be able to feel like a part of this. I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry. I thought I was never gonna be a part of the community about my favorite thing in the world, and you guys fucking have been so nice to me this fucking year, and I'm a sad little bitch. I am a big 6'4" giant who do a big cry. You guys have been so fucking wonderful to me this year. Thank you for the bees for being extremely gay and getting people's attention, I guess. It was already kind of a little extra at the beginning of the volume, but as soon as that happened, yeah. Like, again, I don't know if RWBY or anything, or anyone like that stops by here. Number one, please, dear God in heaven, do not perceive me. But I want you to know that I love you guys, and you have done so much to change my life in wonderful, amazing ways. Like, I'm literally here because of you, and thank you. I would not be in the mental state to have even been able to handle the previous episode when the show started, but because of the growth I've managed to have as a person, partially even due to this series, I was okay as a person. I felt all right, and I wouldn't have had that otherwise. You all mean the world to me. I don't fucking know any of you. You certainly don't fucking know me. But you fundamentally changed my life in a wonderful way, and it's why I get so fucking upset when you guys get shit you totally don't deserve. But it makes me so happy, through all of the awful shit we've had this week, how many people have constantly been trying to fight it. How many people I managed to get to interact with on Twitter and stuff, like Allie and fucking, Lily and stuff, like starting things like the Phantom Positivity and Thank You RWBY and stuff like that, and other folks with like Greenlight Volume 10 and things like that. Like, yeah, I love this fucking community and I love this show, and you guys have made me feel like I've had a home for the first time. And I would not trade that for anything. So thank you. I've literally dreamed about this shit for years. And I'm still nothing special. I'm not even remotely close. But thank you. I'm going to go now because I'm a fucking embarrassment. I will see you all next week for the finale. And I'm going to cry even more because it's over. But it's going to be okay because we're going to have the movie. And we're going to get volume 10 and 11 and 12, 13, 14, whatever the fuck it takes. I don't know how much of the show is left. But whatever it's going to be, I'm going to be there for it. And I hope you will be there with me. So, I love you all dearly. And I will see you then. Thank you again. And RWBY, y'all are fuckers because you made me cry within the first 8.5 seconds of the episode. So, thanks about that, you demons. Who wrote this? Who did it? Who am I mad at this week? Who done it? Eddie, Kiersey, you bastards. Why am I not surprised? Okay. Love you all dearly. Take care. Thank you for everything. I'm gonna go ahead and go now. I'm a fucking mess. I'm gonna just go show up to Jeff here in a minute and I'm just talk about how I'm crying. He's gonna think it's about the episode, but it's actually mostly about how nice everybody is. I'm gonna fuck with him. It's gonna be great.